women make rules for betas. They break rules for alphas. They'll do anything for a guy that they see as an unplugged alpha. Anytime, any place, 3 o'clock in the morning, doesn't matter. They will make exceptions. It doesn't matter if the holidays, doesn't matter if it's Christmas Day, doesn't matter. They will make exceptions if she has genuine burning desire for you. If she really digs your vibe, she will go to her sense. She will go to all kinds of lengths to make sure that you understand that you're her top option, her top priority, and all those sorts of things. But guys like this will make these mistakes where they allow women with low interest. They abandon other options. They don't smell like fish anymore, right? You have to stink a little bit of fish, guys. Women got to know that you can still fish, okay? And they go and abandon all those options, and then they flip-flop back and forth between a couple girls over the course of 7 months, and nothing happens, and dudes going on Reddit going, I don't understand why women don't respond positively to me. The only good advice that he got was from friends and family saying, she's clearly not that serious about you. Go and explore some other options. But the fact that she was not that serious, became serious, then became disinterested, then this Facebook group gets involved, and he's sitting there going, am I the asshole? Right? Like there's these threads that you'll find online, AITA or something like, am I the asshole? Whatever. And guys will write a big long story, and it's like, what did I do wrong? Why am I the asshole? Because guys are the ones that want to take accountability and responsibility for their life choices and the shit results that they get. Good on men. Good for you. Keep doing it. Raise your standards. Don't take crap. All that good stuff that we've talked about before here. But at the end of the day, guys, you're limiting your options. You don't understand what women respond to. Most of these women that you're going to deal with online, like I've said before, guys, are not going to be very good. You're going to have to dig through a lot of dirt to find gold. You got one girl that wants to spin a bunch of plates. She's doing what women hypergamously naturally do, right? She's selecting from a whole bunch of options, and she's using you as a standby. She's using you as a backup plan. I don't want you sleeping with anybody else, but I'm still going to use dating apps, right? She's using a backup plan, because if that doesn't work out, which it didn't clearly, and then she comes around and goes, well, let's talk about buying a house. Let's talk about having kids together. And then she flips out of that, and he's like, well, I don't know why. Because she went to some other guy, or she went back to the guy that didn't give her what she wanted. And then she, like, women will, it's like Pong. I'm dating myself here, but there's an old video game where you had these two paddles sliding up and down the screen, and a ball would go back and forth. And it's like chicks are like the ball. It's like Pong. They just go back and forth between guys. Not always the same two guys, but sometimes it's, sometimes it's back and forth between two guys. Sometimes it's multiple. It's like Pong. Like that's exactly what they're doing. There's no single women. Even on dating apps, there's no single women, as this gal proved in this breakdown, because she's already seeing a guy, but she still wants to keep using the app. So she's on the app, seeing a guy, banging him is what I'm getting, but she's still seeing other guys and doing what with them he doesn't know, right? That's what goes on behind the scenes. There's no single women. You go on a dating app and you think she's single, chances are very, very, very low that she's not talking to other guys, sleeping with other guy or guys, not in a relationship already and looking to upgrade, or some variation of any of those things. It's very rare that you're going to find a chick, especially on a dating app, and she's like, I have been celibate for the last year, and I decided to get back into I'd be very suspicious. I'd be like, oh, that's interesting. So what did you do for the last year that you've been celibate? Well, I backpacked around Europe, and then I did a little bit of backpacking around Asia. You take a look at their social media, and there's pictures of hers on yachts, sailboats, and stuff like that. And, she hasn't got the money for it. It's like, who do you think's paying for that, right? And it's being paid for with intimacy, right? So you can always do the math and go sort of backwards through it, right? Yeah, the Pong OG. You get the point, guys. I'm trying to get you guys unplugged from these comforting lies, because I see stuff like this and it just grinds my gears. Like I just read the stuff and it's just, you don't need to experience this. You don't need to deal with the frustration. So how does the unplug guy deal with this? I'll tell you. You download your dating app, you set your profile, good photography, good bio, exactly like I described in my book. There's a chapter in my book where I tell you exactly how to get good results from dating apps. Use it. It works. It's the same as what it was 4 years ago. Same thing today. Even the updated version has some more common sense in it, the second edition. You download the dating apps, you get your photography squared away, good photography, not crap. That's one of the big mistake guys make, is they use crap photography. Make sure you got good photography. A professional shoot is always advisable. Start talking to girls, dig your vibe, like your pictures. What's going on in picture number 3? Small engagement, very light. And then it's, I'm a super busy guy, I don't have a lot of time. Chop it up on these apps, use whatever language you want. What's your number? I'll text you and we'll get together for a drink soon. She's either going to give you her number or she's going to give you an excuse. Most guys will get the excuse because she's just looking for attention. She's not serious about you. If you legit get in there and you tell a chick, you don't even have to do any back and forth. Like, you can legit just be like, cute pictures, like whatever, this one, you can say something about something if you want. What's your number? Let's get together for a drink. A woman that absolutely digs you, that loves what she sees about you, here's my number, call me. Here's my number, text me. Would love to. Whatever. The women that give you excuses are not serious. Whatever. Self-selection. Bye, Felicia. Get lost. You're not going to waste any time with them. Now you got a number. What are you doing with the number? Send her a message. Hey, let's get together. How's Thursday night, 8 p.m.? Boom, this place, sort of thing. You can set the date. Do a little bit of back and forth. I would do a little bit of recon to make sure you don't get catfished or fatfished or whatever. I mean, you shouldn't. It kind of defies logic that I have to say this, but maybe I'll just say it for clarity's sakes. If you're looking at photographs on a dating app and all of them are all headshots or close-up of her eyes or something like that, there's a 99% chance she's probably overweight. So you have to make sure you're not getting catfish, fatfished, or any of those things. Ask for another photograph. Ask for social media, whatever whatever it is that you want. Message her, the day of the date. Hey, looking forward to seeing you at 8 o'clock. Here's the link to the map or whatever. Some guys like to call girls. Some guys don't do well on the phone, but if you've got a strong, deep, masculine voice, it's not a bad idea to make a phone call, right? Just let her hear your voice. It's a strong cue. She's gonna like it, especially if you're a strong, masculine guy. Make sure she sounds cool, whatever. Have a quick chat, blah, blah, blah. And you go on to the date. And you do that repeatedly with as many women that you find attractive as you want, for as long as you want, until, and you keep dating, and you can be intimate with whoever you want, whenever you want. It doesn't matter. One or all of them. I don't care. It's up to you. Don't be an idiot. But you keep doing that until one or more of them start coming to you and going, Rich, really dig your vibe. I've been seeing you for blah, blah, blah number of months, not weeks. If she wants to claim you after 2 or 3 weeks, that's a little bit too rapid. Okay. Cool your jets. Let's see where this goes. Looking forward to seeing you next Thursday, whatever. You basically spin those plates. You date them non-monogamously until they come up and you, hey, where do we stand? Where is this going? I would say reasonably 3 to 6, 9 months down the road. Some people say 9 months is a little too long. That's weird. Rich, you're kind of strange saying that. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, so like, again, if she really digs your vibe, if she really likes you, you can put it off 6 to 9 months. It doesn't matter. But let's say 3, 4, 5, 6 months or something like that. Rich, where do we stand? Where's this going? I want to claim you. Okay. This is where you decide. Men, this is where, again, you are the gatekeepers to the relationship. You've seen a whole bunch of women because you've dated non-monogamously. You've seen what's out there. You've dated a whole bunch of them. Okay. You know what's up. She's coming to you now going, where do we stand? This is decision time, right? What are you looking for? You want a girlfriend? You want a wife? You want to have kids? You want a family? You just want to date casually? Like, what is the plan? Just put it on the table. I'd like you to. Not really looking for anything serious right now, but I want to keep it going. Want to keep seeing you. She might say to you, well, 34 years old and the window's closing for me to have kids, so I got to find a husband, so I don't have time to waste. I can't be wasting time. It's like, just be honest with her. I don't see that happening in the next couple of years, right? So I'm not saying it's off the plate, but your timeline is not my timeline, so don't make your problems my problems is essentially what you're saying. There's any number of ways that it can go, right? You guys, if you want, you can put some stuff in the chat and I'll tackle it. It's up to you. But deal with it as you see fit. Again, this is your time to choose. Do you want to choose her on a more long-term basis? How do you want to choose her on that long-term basis? So whether or not you want to choose her is very straightforward. I mean, if you like her and you want to spend more time with her, then it's a yes, you want to choose her, right? It's like, in what capacity now, right? Because she's going to want more. She's going to want a further commitment. That's when she's all, well, I'd like you to meet my family, or I'd like to meet your family, or something like that. Or, when do I get to meet your friends? Or I'd like to introduce you to my friends. Or can we become official on social media, or any version of any of that sort of stuff, right? You can decide then what the terms of the relationship are going to look like, how you're going to structure it, whether you're going to be monogamous or not. Pro tip, make sure she's not open on her end. That's about the stupidest thing guys can do. You're also going to decide at that time whether or not there's any corrective measures, right? Like, she's 80% of the way there. Like, you like a whole bunch of stuff about her. You're having a good time. She ticks off most of your boxes, but she's got some undesirable behavior. Let's say maybe she uses social media, Instagram or something like that, to provocatively post continuously on there, salacious, lots of skin exposed, hey, look at me posts. That's when you can say, oh, that's interesting. I like you too, but I can't take a girl seriously on a long-term basis that's posting provocative photographs for other people to enjoy on social media, right? If you're looking for my commitment, then stuff like this should not be going on, first of all. And two, if we're going to continue to see each other in this capacity that you're trying to describe, and don't use the words exactly that I'm using, because I'm using more business lingo here, obviously. But if we're going to continue the capacity that you want to set, like the framework, then this stuff needs to stop. Could be that. Could be she likes taking trips with her girlfriends, right? I mean, look, if she's taken a lot of trips with her girlfriends leading up to that, like 4 or 5 of them, she's not girlfriend material. She's made for the streets anyway. So why are you even going to bother? But if she's the kind of girl that's like, 5 months in, she's all, where do we stand? Where's this going? She's never taken a weekend trip, but she's mentioned in passing in a couple months' time they're planning a girls' trip to Vegas or something like that. That's when, again, you could say, oh, that's awesome. I'd really like to too, the way things are going, blah, blah, blah. But I can't take a girl seriously. I wouldn't invite a girl into my life on a long-term basis that thinks that it's okay for her to take girls' trips to Las Vegas. That's just not the kind of guy that I am. And, you want me to love you, you want me to care for you. I just can't take a woman like that seriously. So if that's the kind of person you are, the kind of stuff that you like to do, then we're not a good fit, right? You put the ball back in her court. That's when she's going to come around and be like, whoa, hold on a second. No, never mind the girls' trips. I don't need to go. I don't really like them anyway. Some of those girls are annoying, blah, blah, blah. I really like you. I want to see you see what I'm saying, guys, right? You see what I'm saying?